Hi guys, welcome to Amazon.com. This is Mohit Soni. Right in front of you is the all-new i20. Yes, we finally seen it in flesh. We can tell you what it's all about. We've been briefed by Hyundai and tell you what kind of features, what the kind of platform, what kind of car that they've made over the previous version. And this is one big departure from the old design, which was quite celebrated when it was launched in the second generation one. Even the first generation one was quite a revolution in the way how it defined the premium hatchback segment. And yeah, this is again a major leap. It now has the first generation cues, where I would like to say that it now feels longer and lower, just like the first generation, but it obviously has nothing to do with that. But kinds of reminds you that Hyundai's done that job, and the first generation i20 had its own magic. With this one, it's certainly very different. It's more muscular, much more edgy. Edgy, I think, is the right word. Bold is also the right word, because I can look at the grill here. This is the turbo DCT variant, so it has a different grill. The other car will have a different grill as well, which is basically the one with the diesel as well as the petrol engine, the naturally aspirated petrol engine. As you can see, very good looking grill. It comes out from the Verna. It looks very similar to that. You've got a chain spoiler here, always looks good. It's a very sporty car. Any car Hyundai is launching with the turbo petrol engine gets a separate set of treatment, and that's what the result is here. In between all this very edgy and bold design, the headlight size is quite big, and I think that's a feat to achieve, because usually the lights keep on getting slimmer. It is definitely slimmer than before, but then again, I think this is the right balance here. It's got this nice muscular bonnet where you can see it lines running in, and those are the 16-inch alloy wheels, diamond cut, and they've got Seat Secura Drive, the brand new Seat tires on it, and the alloy wheels look great. Going back, showing you this very good looking profile. It will take some time getting used to, because it's quite a busy design, but once you start appreciating it in a single tone color, this is the dual tone scheme, I think it will take some time getting used to, and getting all the elements, absorbing all the elements inside your head. i20 badging is going to be seen a lot on this car. There's one here, there's one here as well. This is a nice finger part where it's got sort of braille on it, where you can see where to press instead of anywhere else, so it remains finger markless. I think Hyundai's got OCD people doing the right stuff. On the side profile, good glass area, despite that coupe-ish form that Hyundai is trying to achieve here, along with sizable doors. So what I like to call, as always, metal to glass ratio is pretty much perfect here. The C-pillar king is what defines the design, and as you can see here, it goes like this in a boomerang shape, what Hyundai likes to call Z shape, and it always delivers that edginess in the design, and it does here as well. Coming to the back, it's again very dramatic, very striking to look at. I can't call it beautiful yet, because it needs some time for me to take in this car entirely. When we see it on the road or something like that, it's definitely going to be striking, beautiful. It'll take some time for all of us to getting used to that. That is a quick walk around of the car. That's how it looks like. It looks pretty impressive, pretty striking, and yeah, that's what the dual tone roof looks like. Obviously it has a sunroof, I'll come to that later. And now let's get inside by going inside the boot. So that is the boot, and now it's grown by 26 liters. It now falls in the 300 liter mark. This is 311 liters. It's got a Bose speaker on the inside. I think that's the subwoofer, very likely. So that's a lot of space. You're getting rear wash and wiper as well. You've got these sort of vents here, which look like they've been done to make sure that aerodynamics are perfect. Before I go inside, I would like to show you the lights, which is the most important part, and for i20 and for every other car as well. As you can see, the Z-shaped lights here continue, and they look really striking. So Hyundai tells us that this chrome strip here has been added for the Indian market. While most enthusiasts like us won't appreciate that, but then again they have to please the mass market, because in the European version you won't find that. Obviously there has to be some amount of chrome to make sure that you please the Indian customers, and not just Indian customers, Asian customers in very specifically also look forward to that. Coming to the front, that's how the LED DRL is going to look like. It's a nice big light, covers pretty much the entire headlamp. And again, I told you you're going to see a lot of i20 badges. Honda is quite proud of this segment that they've created, nurtured, and been the benchmark in the segment as well. So why not brand it? And here as well. So yeah, that's the exterior of the car. Let's now get inside. Even I'm waiting to do that. Keyless entry and go. Push button start. A lot of bongs before we get inside, and yeah, that is the steering wheel. We first saw in the Venue, IMT, then in the Creta, and other models also will get this. We've seen it in the Verna as well. It's a nice looking steering wheel, as you can see, and you've seen it in the past. That's the massive, almost a 10, it's a 20.43 centimeter screen. It's a massive screen. We first saw it in the Hyundai Group car, the Kia Sonet. It looks very massive. It brings a lot of premium character to this car, and it just elevates the premiumness of the car entirely. When the moment I sat in the car is what I felt, and that's what I'm telling you. It just elevates the car experience, and of course, what you can also see that also elevates the car's experience is this new dashboard with the venting, and it looks really nice, and it literally is. Seems like it's benchmarked with luxury cars here, because the what Hyundai was telling us that it looks pretty much inspired, and it's inspired by other luxury car manufacturers. And overall, this dashboard looks very impressive. This type of dashboard is now becoming a standard in premium cars, because that's what you get nowadays, and that's what the customer requirement is. You get wireless charging here, AC that works really well, and cup holders, and this is the Oxy Boost, what Hyundai is calling for the air purifier. You've got leather seats. This is the turbo version, like I told you, so it gets red stitching and white stitching in between, makes the car look very, very sporty. These buttons here are red as well. There's red accent here as well, and as you can see, it's got ambient lighting. The entire car has ambient lighting, so that is very, very impressive, and again, very luxury car feature. That's what Hyundai is known for. They just give us features in almost every car they sell, and that's what elevates the entire car experience. And what you can see again is what I was trying to tell you earlier, is the fact that these meters come directly from the Hyundai Verna, and that's a bigger car, and this is a smaller car, so you can see where things are going. In terms of features, Hyundai has just filled this car up to the brim and more. It's got all the trip meters, fuel efficiency meters. It's got this digital dial that's running around here, and it looks quite big and in your face, and I kind of like the fact that it will be easier to read while driving. We'll do that and let you know about it when we can. And yeah, those are the stocks. You get automatic wipers, automatic lights. That's the view button over there, and that's the traction control button over there, and the steering mounted controls, cruise control, and like I told you, wireless charging, ambient lighting. And what it also gets is this, a Bose 7-speaker surround sound system, which will definitely be very, very good to hear. Getting to the screen, this is the it's also equipped with Blue Link, and as you can see here, you've got that Blue Link button here, you've got the towing button, and you've got the SOS version button, which is part of the Blue Link package. This comes with 50 features as always. Hyundai has not skipped anything, and it will now get over-the-air updates for navigation, maps. So I think when maps keep on updating every day, it makes our life much more easier. And given this screens use, and we've seen it in multiple Hyundai cars and Kia cars, this is one of the best navigation systems to have in a car of this size and price. Let's click, and as you can see, I am going to a dealership. Start guidance.
Starting route guidance.
I think that's very, very impressive for a small car to have such a well integrated flush navigation system It's absolutely amazing. You've got the setup here. You can see you've got a lot of things to choose from. And yeah, as you can see, everything works really well. It immediately responds to my commands, and that's a great thing to have while driving. Really impressive touchscreen unit here. It's large, it works really well, very intuitive, got a lot of features that I explained to you right now. And yeah, this is now I'll try to sit it in my driving position here, and let's go at the back and sit behind my position. And let me tell you that the Hyundai cars are not really known for the kind of space, extra space that other cars offer, but they've been comfortable. But Hyundai says they've worked a lot on this car, so let's check it out. As always, good knee room. This time the knee room is slightly higher, and underside support is excellent. Leg room is also excellent. Headroom, I think, as you can see, I am 5'11", and this is the kind of headroom I have. You got AC vents here, and 12 volts. A charging port, USB charging port there, and yeah. Hyundai says they have made sure that there is enough shoulder room. I think 3 small size adults can sit here comfortably. Medium to large size will find it a little difficult, but then we all have to get fit one day. Adjustable headrest on all 4 seats. It's not there in the middle, but there is a seat belt for the middle guy, and this is part of the Better Guy package and the safety that Hyundai offers. Speaking of safety, the top end variant will get 6 airbags, is what I can confirm. That's the all important sunroof for the Indian consumer. They've been asking it, and now everybody is giving it to them except Maruti. And yeah, that's the kind of space you have on the inside. I showed you the boot, I showed you the interior at the front, the kind of features that this car has. I may have missed out something. I'll leave the link in the description below to our website, where we will cover every single thing. Right now, since we've not driven it, and once we will, we'll tell you about it. But what for now we think is that it is going to be a fantastic product. This is the car that has been has created this segment. It has come back in an all new avatar, and yeah, it is now going to create a new firestorm in this category, where there is a lot of competition. The Tata Altroz, which is the new segment car which has shaken the segment entirely. There's the Honda Jazz, which has also been updated. There's the Maruti Baleno and the Toyota Glanza, which is identical to the Baleno. So wait for our drive review, which will come whenever it will, and stay tuned, stay subscribed, hit that notification bell, like this video, comment if you still want to ask us anything, and thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.